back to the newest of the old units that are currently here are more than 30 years old. And kind of loud and uncomfortable. And it's hard to try to find the replacement parts for these things. We're going to modernize our kitchen. We provide 3 meals daily for up to 125 residents. The kitchen was installed before the Veterans Home opened back in 1986. Does that make you hungry? A more modernized kitchen will enhance the meals we're able to provide and improve safety for our kitchen staff. We're going to replace the 40-plus-year-old furniture in each and every residence room and the common areas. What we have now is significantly worn, it's outdated, and it's really going to improve the quality of life for our residents. And we're going to renovate our old nursing station. The station we have now, it's really insufficient for our needs. It's crowded, it's cramped. This new station is going to enhance the assistance our residents get meeting their health care needs. Many veterans have depended on this facility to help them get back on their feet after we're out of options and are now very successful after passing through this veterans home. Well, all I can add to this is that this facility has helped so many veterans that have come through the doors here. And with that, I'm now pleased to introduce my friend and friend to all veterans, Governor Jim Justice.
Well, now maybe I could get maybe all the names halfway 7 8. What are you doing, girl? And well, you're very kind. And well, I'll promise you this, that I'll do the very best I possibly can. And with all that being said, I appreciate all your support and all that you're doing. At the end of the day, I'll probably make a lot of people up there mad. And to be perfectly honest, that's what we should do. Because as I see it, in lots and lots and lots of ways, Washington is dysfunctional. That's all there is to it. And I don't know what the world baby doll's doing, but I'll let her have it. But let me just tell you just this. The thing that you're not ever, ever, ever going to have to be concerned about me on, and I don't know if I'll make all the difference in the world or I will make all the difference in the world, but I can tell you just this. I'll be in your camp, and I won't ever waver. That's all there is to it, because I believe with every fiber in me. And to be perfectly honest, my mom and dad taught this to me. We owe everything we have to you. We do. To our active military, to our vets. Everything we have, we owe to you. We do. That's all there is to it. It's as simple as that. And the thing that is so amazing to me, and I said this way back when, there was a time, and we were right here, and I think it was probably 4 years ago, maybe 4.5 years ago. But I was here and I said, if you could have anything right now that you wanted, well, maybe it was even longer than that, maybe it was 7.5 years ago, but I think it was 4. I said, what would it be? What would it be? And there was someone that stood up in the back, one of our wonderful veterans, and they said, really and truly, what we would really like to have, if we could, is basically our retirement, tax exempt. And I thought to myself, and I said, well, does anybody here have any idea what that would cost? What that would cost the state? Because at the time, the state wasn't just flourishing like crazy. And someone said, well, I think that we've got this thing figured out, and it was like $2.8 million or $3.1 million or something like that. And I said to myself, exactly just what I just said. I said, are you kidding me? At the end of the day, you just look at you, and you have given everything, and you ask for next to nothing. That's what you've done over and over and over and over, and even today, it's the same thing. $1.2 million will do a lot of stuff here, and that's good. But in the scope of things, really $1.2 million as far as something we should do for our vets, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We ought to run with the money and bring it down here and bow down and thank you over and over and over. I'm serious. You know me, I don't blow smoke at anybody. I mean, anybody that would turn a bulldog's hind end to the camera to say the state address will do about anything. But I don't blow smoke at people. I tell you the truth. Now, we've got 2 or 3 great people here with us, a whole bunch of great people. Look, I'm not going to go through everybody's names. I'm going to thank everybody, and I'm going to tell you, now what is he or she's name? Tucker? Okay. Well, before we get going, Tucker needs to come up and say hi to baby doll. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Look, I can never thank you enough. And I mean this with all of me. We've got our state going in a fabulous, fabulous way right now. Compared to where we were, it's off the chart good. And all I would say is, let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it going. For God's sakes, we can slip back. Absolutely, let's just keep it going. All you got to do, all in the world, the new governor and the new, the legislature, all you got to do is just one thing. And that's just this. Get out there and talk to Toby and Edith. Toby and Edith are the voters. Get out there and talk to you. Absolutely stand up for what you know is the right thing. Quit absolutely getting on these missions to go and show off in left field and everything and arguing all day long about whether we should have raw milk or not. For God's sakes, a living, just do the important stuff. Do what is really the important stuff. Stand up for tourism. Stand up for absolutely our parks. Stand up for our roads. Stand up for us. For God's sakes, a living, stand up for cutting taxes. Doing all the things we can do. I believe stand up for life. But with all that being said, over and over and over, all you got to do is just use what made America what America is. Now frankly, I'll tell you just this. Frankly, I am tickled, slammed flat to death that Donald Trump is our president today. But the Democrats that normally are unbelievable at elections, they got off on tangents. They left logic and reason. They did. They left it. They absolutely just plain left it. What's logic and reason? For God's sakes, living inflation's eating everybody's lunch. The economy's got to get better. Interest rates got to go down. We've got to stop all this crime stuff. We've got to stand up for our own military. I mean, how could a human being in the world come out and say, we want to defund the police? Are we morons? Total morons. But now, with all that being said, we got a new path. There's not a thread in me in the world wants to go off to D.C. and put up with all that crazy stuff and everything, but I'll do it. And I'll do it right. And I'll stand up for you every single day. Let me tell you, actually, I've said this 10,000 times, and I'll be quiet. Literally, right this minute, somewhere in the world, now, first of all, let me back up a second. If I were to say to you, a bunch of you that are not veterans or not active military, that are just here, if I said, would you go? Would you go today to D.C. and be a senator? And I'll bet you that most of you's first reaction would be, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm going to do that. And then if I added just this, if I said to you, what if you could be the deciding vote that really changed things? Would you go then? And I'll bet you then a ton of you would say, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. And then what if I said just this? I said, right now there's a little 18-year-old girl or boy, and it's happening right now somewhere in the world. There's a little 18-year-old girl or boy, they're hiding behind a rock, they're eating out of a can, and somebody's shooting at them. And if they're willing to do that, now would you do it? And I'll bet you every last one of you would do it. That's the only reason that I'm doing it, is because I'm a patriot. I'm eat up with America. I'm eat up with West Virginia. I want goodness for this country. And nobody can tell me the last 3 years, or 4 years now, that we've been on the right path to goodness. There's no way. There's no way. Listen, I didn't mean to get off on that. I'm really sorry that I even went down that path. But with all that being said, I love you. And I'll stand with you through and through. And Tucker too. And Baby Dog loves you too. In every way. It's a blood oath. I'm really proud to sign this, and I guess I'm going to do that. If I got something to sign, okay? I'll sign this right now very proudly. And I'll tell you again, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of all West Virginia, from the bottom of all this nation, we love you and appreciate you. Thanks so much. Gracious goodness, thanks so much for all you do. God bless you in every way. Be safe. Be safe. Thank you. Okay, this is House Bill 203. It's a ceremonial sign. We've already done this stuff. But this is for $1.2 million to do a bunch of stuff here that will help in a bunch of ways, whether it's the attention, which Baby Dog was excited about, to on and on and on. with me a second, okay? I always say this to people, but I know, in all fairness, you were a lot more excited about seeing baby dogs today. And I'm okay with that. And when we get done, if you want to come up and say hi to baby dog, I'll sit right here with you as long as you want me to. You notice you're a celebrity, man.
Can she have a hot dog?
No.